I'm not always on mute. Oh, I most definitely am muted at certain points. Most you would have heard all the things I said about you. I mean, what? Weren't they clean can opens? Can you tell the difference between the can sizes? Like the first two were the same size can, made of like a kind of stronger material. Well, the last one was the more modern soda cans, which are a bit thinner. And so it makes a nicer clinky noise. I'm collecting cans, chat. And so I need to have the sound of can noises, and I like recording my own Foley. For those of you who don't know what Foley is sound recording for the use in movies and other things. And so I'm getting a bunch of cans together to make a proper can noise. Unfortunately for me, hello, the cans that I was using originally were the Mountain Dew cans, and they're these thinner, cheaper material that don't sound as nice together if you hit them together. See? Here, let's see if we have a good... Interesting. Anyways, so these two, I don't like that noise as much, but I wanted to get the larger monster cans, but for some reason these are small monster cans I didn't know existed. They still have a nice ring. And so I'm thinking if I get 6 of these smaller ones with the thinner cans as well, I can make a nice can falling noise. Yes, you can have some Mountain Dew. I have too many. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Anyways, I'm. Give me 1 second. My brain is braining right now. It is honestly like hitting really hard. That I'm really enjoying doing like finding sound effects to add to my little TikToks. Yeah, I will. I will be at some point buying a new recording system to get better sounds. Also, hello Zen, welcome over from the TikToks. As you know, there's still food here. I forgot breakfast. I haven't cleaned up. It's fine. It's fine. Breakfast is probably still fine, right? Are you ready? We're gonna put some stuff away real quick. We're gonna clean up. Okay, so I don't even need to. You're just ready in position, okay? Good. Oh, look at you. Y'all look so cute there. Okay, look, but it's like here. You can have some burgers, okay? You can eat burgers and whatever this is. Oh, hey, look, that's the breakfast. And so here's some pillows and some other things, okay? There, enjoy your little space. You behave yourselves. We're going to be playing Dispatch today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But again, it is so lovely to see all of you here. Apparently, I need to start posting on Twitter when I'm going live and doing these kind of things, so give me a second while I do that. 1 sec, we're going to do. There you go, posting that. Also, no water? Fine, I have water. I had water? Which one of you took my water? Why are you stealing my water, lovelies? You're all amazing, you are, but like, come on, I need water. Are you drinking it at least? Or did you just take it to, like, steal it from me? You need a drink? Okay, it's fine. I did find a gallon. So, life updates, everybody, because guess what? You all get my life update. I'm $800 down because my car had its tires slashed. Is what it is, though. Life happens. And now I gotta have a fun stream, though, so that's all that really matters. And already though, y'all are amazing. So many of you donated the other day when I mentioned my tire was just flat that I'm pretty sure it's gonna cover most of it. So we're good. We're Gucci. Y'all have already taken care of me. I appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Fantastic. I don't need more money. I'm just letting you know things happened. It sucked today to be like, oh, you know, I'm just going to have my tires fixed. And they're like, hey, yeah, there's slashes in your tire. I'm like, oh, cool. So it went from free to $800. Hey, I don't know why. I mean, I don't live in the best neighborhood particularly, but hey, rent is cheap. The neighbors are fine. And I get my packages. And occasionally I get free furniture. So, you know, it's fine. But yes. It's lovely to see all of you. I'm so happy to see all of you, as I am every time you all come in. Let's do our classic thing of, you know, reading off who got first, second, and third, and then I'll say hello to everybody who checked in, okay? Y'all the best. So, we're starting with Lunar Rain. Thank you for getting second. First. Catherine, thank you for getting first. Second. And Ellie, at least you're in the right place with third. What are you doing? Count. It's not that hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? While we're doing this, I'm going to make you all count. Everybody, remember, you get one number. We're trying to make it to 10. Everybody gets to say one number up to 10. Okay? Count while I'm saying hi to everybody. And if you repeat, you start over. Up, you messed up already. Start back over. All right. Hello, Snowborn. Lovely to see you. Hello, Yoshihiko. Hello, Meow Kitty and Cottage Faye. Hello, Full Metal Brookie. Hello, Kitty Lover. Hello, Akami. Hello, Silverfang. Hello, Kamikaze. Hello, Onyx. Hi, Red Faye. Hi, Zenix. Hello, Paranormal Dove and Echo Infernal. Hello, Folly Misaki. Hello, Buttertub. Tub. I said it right. Hello, Julia. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Poison. Flora, I can't pronounce the first part of your name, and I'm not going to try. Hello, Naptime. Hello, Huntress. Hello, Annabelle. We're bad at math. It's not even math, it's just counting. You can do this. Hello, My Chemical Flame. Hello, Sakona. Hello, Selena. Hello, Misty Harvest. Hello, Seven Kai. Hello, BBJ. Hello, Carmia and Ziggy and Cammy. Hello, Hadoukenny. Hello, Mac Miller. Hello, Wreckin' Ball. Hello, Nix. And who do we have over here? Hello, Teddy Bear Heart. Hello, Sufaja. Hi, Cloudy. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. Hello, Ocean. Hello, Discord Fox. Hello, Silver Vang. Oh, wait. I missed a message I saw was highlighted. Is it November 8th yet? Not yet, but it's getting close. You can't count? I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie. Try harder. Hello, Starboy. I mean Red Moon. Hello, Chub the Void Croco. Hello, Sif. Hello, Catbox. Hello, Emperor. Hello, Pan. Hello, Gibbets, Brisk, Sinful Microwave, and Apocalypse. We got them all. Okay, where'd we get to? How far we get? Did you all give up? Explain counting? Okay, so, hey, and thank you for this check-in, Lachlan. So the idea of counting is this, okay? You're allowed to say one number. You cannot say the repeated number. You can't say like 1, 2. You can say 1. Somebody else can say 2. Then or somebody else can say 3. And you're trying to count up to 10. If any number repeats, you start back over. So for instance, if I said 1, then you say 2, and somebody else says 3. But y'all are not making it past 3. Y'all are not making it past 3. Come on, okay, we're gonna try this again. You ready? Let's get a 1. Just a 1. Okay, now a 2. Cool. Let's get a 3. Let's get a 3 in there. We're back at 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You did 4. I'm proud of you. We'll call it there. There's so many of you. 4 is hard enough as it is. We've done 20 people. So I'm impressed you hit it to 4, okay? We got it to 4. That is impressive enough. Maybe tomorrow we'll get 5, okay, sweeties? You think we can try 5 tomorrow? Wait, we just got a hype train? What the heck? All right, I'll take it. Thank you for the hype train, y'all. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to. All right, lovelies. Today we're going to be playing Dispatch. I might be starting the TikTok stream, but remember, I will not be giving much attention to the TikTok stream. You all are my priority, okay? Because there's so much more interaction here. And as much as I love... Why'd you burn water? Oh. How are we feeling about... You know what? We'll do it. Today, I will allow you all to do TTS, of course. And I will give you back the 2 voices that you all love so very, very much. Do I have to do whiny? Do I have to allow whiny? Fine. We'll allow them. Okay. TTS is enabled. I will not be enabling TITS for the throwing stuff just because it's going to be too distracting with this game. You did not redeem maid dress. I'm just going to hold my breath and pass out instead. How about that? Ready?
Oh, shit. A maid dress. Fuck yes. Someday we'll have back TITS because it's funny.
Fuck yeah, maid dress. Danny DeVito is so excited about my maid dress. Okay. I got you. I'll do it. I'll do it. Give me a second. I wasn't. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. All right. Here. Just for you, sweeties. Just for you. Can't believe they're making me do this. There it is. You happy? Taking off the headphones, though. They don't match. Yep. 5 minutes. Alexa, 5-minute timer.
Hi, Gene. How are you today, handsome?
Never mind, we're not doing the TikTok portion of the stream today. We'll do TikTok part of the stream another time, okay? Let me just adjust the audio here a little bit. You know, we'll do the TikTok portion of stream on your voice redeem. What voice did you redeem? What? Oh, I'm such a good donkey. What's the other? No! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the menagerie. Okay. Okay. All right, is this really what you want? I don't know why you want this one so badly, and I just cannot understand your absolute fascination with this voice. It's not even that good, and it's not even the original one I did anymore.
You hear that? Gene's such a good donkey. Yippee?
No, I'm not. The worst. All of you are just the absolute worst. I hope you understand that. The maid dress does not have to stay on all...
Maid dress has to stay on all stream, like a good boy.
That is only if you pay me $50. I will do it for $50, but beyond that, I refuse. You can't make me. All right, we're just looking at the check-in. Thank you for the check-ins, by the way. And thank you so much for the redeem. That would be either 5,000 bits, that would be 20 subs, or any combination of that amount. Don't do it. You do not need... What is your fascination with this? It's the worst. I refuse. I mean, eventually I need to start charging more money, right? Eventually y'all will run out of money and you'll just be like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to pay for that. Mm-hmm. All right, it's time to begin this game. Today was payday. No! No! I refuse. We have 5 minutes once the time's up.
What happened to your nose?
Oh, the game's a bit loud. 1 second. Okay.
Here we go.
You have a tissue hanging from your nose, Robert. I was trying to ignore it, but that became impossible when it started soaking in blood.
You're a fun streamer. I just watched to make sure to give you your mental health boost.
Bump my head, I guess.
Right.
You
when
are
I
a
think of
fun
someone bumping their head.
streamer, Gene. I just want to make sure to give you a mental health boost. Remember that you are loved even when you're pouty.
I may end up the VTuber version of Finster. No, I refuse. I'm not going to be a femboy, chat. You can't make me. All right, now I'm done with that voice. Amazing. It looks very comfortable. Yeah, well, no, exactly. See, to this time, I don't need to worry about it, right? Eating the world. Actually sounds like fun. That sounds like... Wait, is there a Roblox game where you eat the world?
The back of their head, your nose, your bloody nose, is the same place as
damn.
your eyes,
All right.
which is on your
We got
face.
it.
Right, yeah. I guess I bumped
We
my
got
face
this. It's
then.
fine.
We're
We
here
got
to assess
this.
Robert's first shift, and aside from
That sounds like
whatever
a lot of
happened here,
fun.
I thought
Boys,
it
and
was
I
pretty
might
good.
need you to get me a list of
I
Roblox
was watching on
games.
the monitor. The work you did dispatching. I don't think the Z team has ever had a better shift than that.
We just might need to
You're
confront
gonna buy
the
it?
fact
Well,
that
here
it
it
might be the
is.
best they can do, especially the way the granny thing went.
Roblox is
yeah,
kind of
the
incredible,
granny
to be honest.
situation, that
I'm
wasn't
honest.
ideal. But I've seen so much worse with Invisigal.
Let's be
Yo, if y'all mixed whiny and southern, I'm pretty sure I could get like a high-pitched Georgian going on. You know, like an I do declare. It's me. I'm the greatest dog maid out there. No, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it.
She ain't
No, I
gonna make it.
refuse.
She's
Can't do it.
difficult to work with, sure. But I see a lot of promise in her. Really. Even the other Z-teamers respect her.
They're afraid of her.
I should have done better.
I do declare. Does this work for you? I mean, I can try to keep it like this as long as I can. But I'm
Maybe
not
if
sure
the
how
wires
long I
got
can
crossed
manage
toward the
this
end there,
one.
I could have been.
It's
more
really going to be a
clear
little bit more
with her.
difficult.
You crossed
alright?
your wires, okay? She crossed them
I
for you.
hate
Look,
this one
Robert,
so much.
You should be proud.
I don't know
bar
how
is
that
very
one's
low with
already
this group.
redeemable, but
It's not love for me.
well, apparently
Look,
it is.
I like to make a joke and keep things light as much as
Thank
the next
God.
person.
Dress is
And
coming
when
off.
It comes to work.
I'm stripping down, Jack. Give me a second. Ha! You can't keep me down for that long. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. All right, now where were we? Back at this game.
I'm not fucking around here. If you want the Phoenix program to survive, the bar needs to go up.
And how would we do that?
And
By
both voices
treating
are
the
done
Z
now.
team like what they are, a bunch of villains. And leading a supervillain team takes a different approach than a superhero team. I need to be around them. I need them to see I'm all in, and they need to match that energy.
Some tough love.
The only
Or
kind
Cheese
I know,
McAnise,
and based
Deanna
on what I've
Lee's
seen, the
Cardinal.
only version they'll respond to. I'm not saying everyone will make it. They won't. I'm not saying it won't get spicy.
I know it did, but the
will,
voice is gone
but
now.
when it does, I also need you to trust me to handle it. I don't want you stepping in. They need to respect me, even if I don't have powers.
Vibes.
Okay.
This game
We'll
is
do it your
so
way.
good. This game is. I'm
One
sorry,
day
I'm so
we'll get
distracting
them in
right
a room
now.
And introduce
Such
them
good.
to their new supervillain leader.
I can't promise it'll work. I can only promise that I'll do my best.
No fucking way it's gonna work. But it'll be way more fun to watch.
Chase, some optimism, please.
God damn it. Yeah, I also promise to do my best.
There is a kitchenette in the basement.
Hey,
It has
kid.
been made.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no. I did this. It's weird because I saw this lady, smiling lady, person put a donut on your desk earlier, previously, and it was nicely on a napkin. But then she comes back and she just crazy, like evil mode.
Wait. Are you telling me that Invisigal felt bad brought back a donut, left it on his desk. And then when we got in a fight, she smashed it up because she got angry. She'd brought us back a donut. That's so cute.
He smashed the same donut.
Oh, they're adorable.
We'll clean it.
What?
Oh,
No.
game volume's still too loud. 1 second. My B chat.
No, yes. See, I'm SDN's newest.
Hero?
Helpful janitor. Helpful janitor.
Okay.
Aw.
Cool.
So
Watch this.
I
What are we
please
watching?
Pleasure, and it's my job, which
Oh, thank you for the
you
check-in,
helped
by the
me
way.
get. So thank you so much.
Happy to help.
It's Friday. I'm not gonna ask. You headed out?
Oh, yeah. Great. Thanks, kid.
Welcome to the team, Waterboy.
Yeah, welcome to you. You too.
What?
I want you to know.
What was that? What was that? Did he just vomit on the keyboard?
Fixing your suit is not contingent on you fixing the Z team. I wouldn't do that to you.
That's good to know.
But
1
don't
second.
worry.
No spoilers, or I will hate you. Heart. And there we go. Nice.
I'm just really glad you're here, Robert. I think we're going to do some great things together.
Hey, look, I really appreciate you setting this up. It's exactly what I need right now, and it'll get me that much more excited to be back out there.
Actually, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. It's a little awkward to mention, but since the other night,
Blonde Blazer.
Blonde Blazer. It's me, the hero.
Are you ready to go? Who is this? I thought I'd cataloged all of your work companions.
Robert, this is my boyfriend, Phenomenon.
Oh.
This is our new dispatcher I was telling you about. Robert?
The third Robert Robertson,
I do
leader
get
of the
haters.
Phoenixes. Blonde Blazer told me about you.
Really? Did she, say...
That's fine.
what
I
came
did
up in
kiss
that
her.
talk?
She said you're a capable, honorable man that truly cares for others. Why are you so small?
Hey, come on. Gotta stop asking.
Don't
The
hit
way you
me.
spoke of him made him sound impressive. I only seek to understand. I apologize. How was his first day? Was his lack of size and strength an issue?
No, he was great. It was great. It was a great first.
He's a dispatch man. I'm sorry. What is he gonna have an issue? Why does he need to be big? Why does he need to be big?
Oh yeah, was he too tiny to hit the button on the mouse and keyboard?
That is
What?
phenomenal. We should celebrate. Blonde Blazer and I have reservations in Tokyo at a restaurant where the owner dreams of sushi. You should join us. I'm sure they could accommodate one more, especially a special occasion like this.
Gotta get home to my
I
dog.
gotta get home to my dog. He's very needy.
Oh, of course. And to be responsible for another life is a beautiful thing, even if that life is a dog life.
Yeah, right.
He's so weird. Everything he says is so weird.
He flies a little faster.
It was very nice to meet you, third Robert Robertson.
That pleasure was...
Now, could you step back? The power of my launch has been known to stun small beings. Phenomenal.
I mean, he's got a. Hey.
I'ma show you how to make a pound cake. Make a pound cake. I'ma show you how to make a pound cake. Make a pound cake. I be cracking heads like eggs in a basket. When I see the money, I gotta go and grab it. Pass on the puff, but my friend love the cabbage. I be doing sins, I put on a bad habit.
93 Pro. Yeah. Everyone should bro fist roid.
Playing leapfrog, blind to a bitch.
76 players covered for Invisigal, as you should.
Like a needle. Black, you
Jelly donut's the best donut. If you said different, you're wrong. Decided not to ask Blazer out. Smart, smart, smart. Yeah, obviously. Okay, okay, good choices. Your most sad hero's Coop. Coop's amazing. We're in the 20th percentile. Woo! I also have a pizza chat, so I'm just going to take a bite of my pizza. What's up, Jamie? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, pie, Ember, pie, definitely pie. Like, I like a good cake, and I love a good brownie, but I will always want pie. I always want pie. You all can have some pizza. It's a sausage, cheddar, mozzarella pizza. It's delicious.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, what are you doing?
Brother, your warranty already void.
I like all pies. All pies are the best. But I really like fruit pies the most. Key lime pie is like a really good dessert pie, but like any fruit pie, I want whenever. You'd be like, I wake up and they're like, you want pie? Yeah. I get home, you want pie? Of course I want pie. I'm in the shower, somebody comes up with me a plate of pie, like, hey, pie, and I'm like, this is a weird place to eat pie, but you know what? Pie. You know? Just love pie. Pie's the best. Hello, Saphira. Hi. Hi, Lucy.
How can you just toss it around like that?
No worries, I'm pretty strong.
I've never had apple and berry mixed pie, but it sounds
You got this
perfect.
thing inside your apartment anyways. Oh, super heavy, the bugger.
I disassembled it and took it in little pieces, which is what I thought you'd be doing.
And how long did that take you?
No, it was 4 days.
I get 20 minutes.
It just feels like you could be a little gentler with it. It is, my whole fucking life.
Every time I walk in this place,
What's your
I get
excuse?
sad. That don't happen to you. No one ever tell you that?
I'm poor.
Well, no one never come over to tell you that.
I'm poor, Royd. Is that what you want to hear? Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, bro, you're not poor if you can keep this suit going. Like, where you sleep?
I love this relationship. I love this relationship so much. Have you ever had a cherry cream cheese pie? That sounds amazing. Lucy, what's your excuse? And honestly, this, like, this is the friend you're like, yeah, dude, I'm broke. Like, I have nothing to my name and I'm broke. And he's like, yeah, but like, you were doing this thing. I'm like, yeah, like it's friendly. Everything, like, no matter what you say, he's still going to be positive about. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, man. No, he's just going to be like, yeah, obviously you're poor, you idiot. I want a friend like him, okay? Give me a roid.
You're figuring that out.
You're figuring that out, huh?
I'll also go.
This the type of apartment you see when the detective.
I mean, we can also be more than friends if that's also an option. I would do horrible things to that man.
Focus on.
Where the Astro Pulse at?
Lost in the blast while I was flying. No clue where it landed. I spent a couple weeks after it happened trying to track it down.
It powered the whole suit.
Yeah, it's the only piece of the suit my dad didn't have schematics for. That gonna be a problem?
Mine not. We figure them out.
How'd you know about the Astro Pulse?
Chat, I'm pansexual.
Everybody know about the Pulse. They're actually two wicked pieces of tech, huh? First you get the Astro Pulse, this genius design energy cell. But inside them, you get the stellar core.
Can I help?
No, brother. You good.
Oh, wait. What do you mean continue?
Mix the control fusion reaction.
Saphira, you don't have to make me anything. I do appreciate it, though.
You got a core one, super crazy energized plasma state. Unreal stuffs. Like you caught one small star and chop them in a bottle. Genius.
So you can just make me a new
You made me
one,
5? What the heck?
which is why it's not a problem.
I appreciate you.
Astro Pulse, super awesome. But
if you want to send it to my email, theluckyjene@gmail.com is my business email.
Maybe we go for lighter metals this time, huh? I actually met your dad one.
Chat, do you want to have some education real quick? Do you want to have some queer education real quick? I don't mind if you're heterosexual. I don't mind religious preferences, whatever. I'm about to teach y'all something really quick. So, there's a constant debate about what pansexuality and bisexuality, right? Some people view bisexuality as only two genders, while other people view bisexuality as having a preference. Other people view bisexuality as the same thing as pansexuality. And some people refer to pansexuality as just being more like promiscuous than bisexual. All of that is wrong. And do you know what the problem is and actually where the origin is? So, back in the early 90s, during the heavy queer scene, thank you for coughing the cough out of me, there was a point in time where, especially like the California queers, were trying to find like new terminology for things that are more inclusive. For instance, the view of bisexuality having a reference to gender because it has two in it. So the thought was always like, it will always reference gender, whether you like it or not. So let's make up a new term for it that is more inclusive, that includes everything, that will replace bisexuality, aka pansexuality. So pansexuality was supposed to be a replacement for bisexuality because pan means everything, while bi is always going to bring this attention to gender that they were wanting to get out. A focus on love for everything versus a sexuality focused on just gender. Now, over time, it has been redefined over and over and over again, and also that term came from a part in America. Queer people exist everywhere. So the term did not like explode or really expand out. But now it's been redefined in a billion different ways. In reality, they mean the same thing or they mean different things. And it changes to person. There's no definition for anything at all anymore. Originally, pansexuality was Freud's term, where he referenced it as everything comes back to sex. Pansexual, everything is about sex. And that was his mentality. But then it was re-opted by queers in California to be a replacement for bisexuality. And now, there we go. Don't speak the old curses, which I was there when they were written. So yes, there we go. So if you're pansexual or bisexual and you're like, well, I'm bisexual, but I'm attracted to everybody, that's fine. It means nothing. It means everything and nothing, and it depends on the person. That's why all I say is, I don't really care what a person's gender is, and that's it. You can call me whatever I want.
Long time
Anyways.
ago. First
back
time
we
I
go.
come mainland, you'll catch me trying to steal stuff from Radio Shack. Then we talk tech stuff for like a whole hour. Then he'll take me to jail. That's how I ended up in a Phoenix program.
That's longer than any conversation I ever had with him.
Almost.
Guess when you're building astropulses, there's not much time for talking to your son.
I spent a lot of time doing
sure
research on that, trying to figure out why there's the
See,
two
there's
terms.
gearheads, then there's science nerds. One kind garage, the other kind lab, you know. Your father, one good gearhead, but I just can't see how he'll make something like the pulse. You know, science nerd.
How would you know this from talking to him once?
Because I'm both.
Oh,
I'm
you're
the one who gonna
perfect.
fix your suit.
You're muscular. You're smart. You're an engineer. You can fix my car. And you're sweet. And you're Samoan. How are you this perfect?
That one, over there. That's your father's suit. We gonna make this one the Robert suit.
Can he fix my depression and everything else?
Incredible, Roy.
He's everything I want to be in a man, while also being more than anything I would ever want to
I
be.
hope you like it, brother.
Roy, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
See, that's the thing.
Thank you is
I don't
what
know if I
need
want to
say.
be him or be with him, you know?
We make the man Mecca again.
I'm filling in my jug, don't worry about it. But that's the thing. See, I would, if I want to be with him, I don't want to be him because it's too much. Draw them high-fiving. Ah. He didn't mean to bump into me. He's just a big boy.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yes, no, he has to have a bad habit. Like, he's gonna leave, like, food out.
Hey, Chase, I need a favor.
Favor? It's not enough of a favor getting you this job working with those stupid-ass pieces of... Oh, who's this, huh? Who's this little guy?
His name's Beef, and he's the favor. You mind keeping an eye out? I feel bad leaving him at home, but I don't want anything happening to him.
Robert, I would literally let everyone here melt in eternal hell, including you, before anything happens to this dog.
What's your name, little guy?
My name's Beef and I'm naked.
Oh, no, I refuse to believe that's what he sounds like. Robert, you got a sec?
Sure, yeah.
I think I missed this one.
What's up?
About the other day with Phenomenon.
Oh, yeah. How's dinner?
Oh, it was awkward. It's why I didn't want you to come. Phenomenon and I...
You redeemed Ada early minutes ago.
Tokyo Dream Sushi?
Yeah. It's just... the timing felt right. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta shake shit up. It felt a little impulsive.
Do we have to? Okay,
It was a long time coming.
Are you happy? I mean,
happy?
fine.
I don't know.
I want
think I know
sushi,
yet.
but I like my pizza, honestly.
what
It's
it
really
is.
good.
But that's actually not what I
Bye,
wanted to
Red
talk to you
Faye.
about.
Always good to see
I
you.
was thinking about it over the weekend, and I'm going to cut someone from the Z team.
No!
Or you are, rather.
How dare
I'm
you?
just looking to shake things up all over the place. Create a sense of urgency.
Why? But they're all so
sure about
fantastic. I like all of them.
Well, less sure now. You think it's a bad idea?
I'm just not sure how it'll play out.
The reality is, cutting someone towards the bottom of the leaderboards will show everyone we're serious.
No, why aren't we doing this?
I'll let the team know.
Oh, I already did.
I suppose it'll be an interesting shift.
Mm-hmm. Because she's the worst. I don't want to... No!
Cutty, huh? She ain't bad. Those three ain't shit.
Did you come over here to tell me that? Because it's almost exactly the information a leaderboard gives you.
Actually, smartass, I came over to tell you that one of your team members is in need of assistance.
Oh, okay, we're back to normal. Yeah, exactly.
Sonar, you alright? Why are you sending a distress call when you haven't left the building?
Could you send a locksmith downstairs?
What happened?
Coop seduced me.
No. I said, hey, want to see something cool, and then handcuffed you to a squat rack.
But you said it was a hot voice, so I assumed you meant boobs.
Okay, team, I know Blazer mentioned someone's getting
Me
cut,
too.
but don't let that
Don't block
distract
me.
you from doing a good job out there. That's what you'll be judged on.
What a bunch of
Hey, you want to see something
Sorry,
cool?
what's bullshit?
judgy bullshit.
How is that?
Yeah, only God can judge me.
Okay, false. I'm judging you right now.
Bullshit. It's not like you gotta deal with this kind of bullshit.
Also
Hey, thank you for the
false.
follow, Cookie.
Of course I'm being judged along with the rest of you.
Oh, should we go live on
Do you not
TikTok
know
real
what a
quick and
job
see what
is?
happens?
What the hell is going on?
None of us have had real jobs.
You know what? We're gonna go live on TikTok. I'm not really gonna pay much attention to it. We'll see what happens, okay? No. Wow, they have like no categories over there. May VTuber? What are the categories on TikTok? These are stupid. None of these are what? We have like a generic gaming? They don't exist? Oh, no, how about we just start streaming? Oh, wait a second. I don't think it has my mic, does it? Oh, it also doesn't have my VTuber model. Give me 1 second while I adjust this. Nope. Okay, we're not going to do the TikTok. I'll have to fix that later. Anyways, back to the game.
Dude. How is this a surprise to
All right, fine. Just ignore the pressure and do your jobs. You don't need to be first. You just can't be last.
What about me?
Can somebody go down to the gym and help Bat Boner?
Who?
Don't ask.
Losing feeling in my hand, and not in a fun, kinky way. There was an altercation with my team and a monster down at the beach, and there's some debris of... There's body parts left behind.
Draw me. Oh, please. Okay, remove the giant monster remains. Load giant monster. You know what? I haven't sent him on anything. Why am I sending you? I can't remove them? Okay, I guess they're going together for some reason. Do you just not have a...
Trying to waste my day. What's going on here? Nobody sabotages me except me. That's more of an existential thing.
She
Why
is
get
a...
caught in the first place? I don't want to talk about it. What a fun way to kill someone. I'll have to use it again sometime.
She is mean. I mean, like... I get it. But like, homie...
Got you.
Why would I not fire her out of everybody?
What the fuck did you do? I'm drowning in here.
Shoot. One second. I'm still on TikTok? Oh. Huh. Interesting. One second, lovelies. Give me a split second.